Hey, what's up, everybody? Zero Fats, aka Cam Jennings, coming at you on behalf of EpicConversions.com. Hope everybody's doing amazing out there this fine Friday evening. It is about 7:37 here in the great state of Ohio, where it's always sunny. No, it's not always, but it's pretty sunny today, and it's not too bad. It's a nice fall day here. Hope everybody's doing great. I want to give you guys 3 tips today on make money online, right? Ways to make money online. I want to give you 3 tips that I've found to be very true, and they're kind of universal as well. I hope they're not just universal to you in the sense of they're very generic, but I hope that they're universal to you in the sense that you can get something out of them no matter what you're trying to do online. That's my hope. So we'll see how it goes. You guys let me know in the comment section what you think. We're going to get into it though, and I cannot see your comments right now, but I will definitely look at them once this is over. If you have any questions, feel free to put them below. I know how Facebook is. Facebook isn't much of a question place. People don't like to ask a lot of questions. I get that. Feel free to hit me up by PM if you have questions though, okay? So cool. Anyways, the first tip in the make money online space that I have found to be very true. And guys, some of these, they feel basic, but let me talk about them because there's a lot to them. You know what I mean? The first one is work smart and hard. Work smart and hard. I came into the make money online space from the blue collar industry, and you know, I already kind of had the hard working thing down pat when I got here, and it was cool, man. I worked hard, but I didn't work smart. Like, I would buy an ebook or I would buy some course, and I would just go hard. I would just go hard as I could. And I couldn't figure out why things wouldn't work for me. But the truth of the matter is, you got to put a few pieces of the puzzle together, and you have to be able to kind of analyze data, and you have to be able to kind of think about what just happened, right? Like, let's say you buy an ebook and you implement the strategy that it talks about, and you don't get the same results that they talked about on the sales letter, right? You don't get the same results. It didn't work out for you, right? So what you need to be able to do is you need to be able to look at every step that you did, right? And you need to examine that process, and you need to see, like, what messed up for you? Where did things go wrong for you? And then you need to kind of figure out a strategy for how you can fix it, right? And you need to try it again, right? Give yourself a couple months. Give yourself a month or 2 to try the strategy and see where you're at the end of 2 months, right? But that'll give you a little bit of a chance to try the process a few times, make some adjustments, and see if you're seeing an improvement, or if there's just something like fundamentally flawed with the process, right? And then you got to decide whether you want to move on or not. But this whole work hard and work smart thing, it's funny because I came into this business working pretty hard and not really working very smart, right? And I kind of had to figure out that, you know, hey, I got to be a little bit smarter about what I'm doing if I want to make this sustainable, right? So, but a lot of people don't come in working hard, not smart. A lot of people that come to me say they're willing to do anything, and they say they're willing to work hard, but they're not. They're not really. A lot of people come into this business, they want to work smart and not hard, okay? And I'll tell you something. You can do that, and you can do okay, but you're not going to do as good as the guys who are working smart and hard. You're just not. Like let's say you think about the idea of product creation, and you think, well, I don't want to create a product. I'm just going to get a PLR product, you know? And like, can you sell a PLR product? Yeah, sure you can, man. Could you take a PLR product and kind of juice it up and kind of make it your own? But it's still at its core, it's kind of a PLR thing. You know, you maybe added an intro, you maybe added like a wrap up, you maybe added a couple videos, you doctored it up, and you made it kind of your own, but it's still kind of a PLR thing. So there's still some generic kind of stuff in there. Can you sell that? Can that work for you? Yeah, of course it can. But will it be as good as like the guy who just like did everything from scratch himself? The guy who has this really cool kind of thing that he did, and he did all the videos himself, or he wrote the ebook himself, and he just did it all from scratch by hand, right? Not by hand, but you guys know what I'm saying. Will you do as good as that guy? Well, we'll talk about will you financially do as good as that guy in a minute when we get to number 2. But let's talk about will you do as good as that guy in the eyes of your audience, the people who buy that thing, right? So the answer is no, because people can tell, dude. People can tell when you're lazy, right? People can see when you're lazy. Like if you put a product together and all it is curated content, it's just like you put together 25 ways to make $100 a day online or whatever, and then you go to YouTube, you find 25 different videos, or you go get some blog articles and you put a bunch of links in this product, right? There's very little brand awareness in that product. Every time someone clicks on a link in your product and goes out to someone else's thing, they're getting branded, not you, okay? And you got to think, how does that sit with my customers, right? How does that sit with the people who bought this off of me? I mean, maybe they see it as cool, maybe they don't see it as cool. They definitely don't see it as this guy works really hard on this product. They don't see that, right? And no matter what you say, no matter what you think, people in this world respect someone who puts in a hard day's work, all right? And that's all there is to it. People respect that. People respect the hard day's work. They might not want to do a hard day's work themselves, but everybody can take a look at something that they know took a lot of effort to put together, and they will respect it, right? So you will earn the respect of your customers and your audience by working smart and working hard. And that's the only way to get to the top, really, working smart and working hard. Because if you're just working smart and you're not working hard, you're never going to pass up the people that are doing both of these things. It just won't happen, all right? So anyways, that's the first tip. Work smart and work hard. Most of us come into this game doing one or the other, not usually doing both, right? So especially when you're new, it's hard to work smart because you don't know what the hell you're doing. It takes time to figure it out. But you will figure it out, and just make sure that as you're going, you're adjusting things, and you are figuring it out, and you're learning from your mistakes, and you're not just repeating the same mistakes over and over and over. That's part of working smart. So anyways, that's number 1, work smart and hard. Number 2 is respect the 2 pillars of truth. I call them the 2 pillars of truth, okay? The first one is the fact that the first pillar of truth is that content is the fuel of the internet. Okay, content is the fuel of the internet. You see, you guys, most people who create sustainable wealth online, they do it because they've built an audience. Either they have built an audience or their brand has built an audience, right? They have built an audience around the brand, or they have built an audience around themselves, right? These people create sustainable wealth, and that's how they do it, okay? I mean sustainable wealth, not here today, gone tomorrow, not like you got a hot hand on a Facebook ad and ran it to some affiliate offer. I'm talking about sustainable wealth, year after year after year. I've been in this game for a few years now, and my revenue keeps growing. It's sustainable wealth, and the way I do that is by audience building, right? So that's the first pillar of truth. Respect the fact that content is the fuel of the internet, and the way that you build an audience, which is vital, is through content. Content that inspires people, content that makes people laugh, content that educates people, right? It's a pillar of audience building. Content, right? Content that has purpose to build your brand, right? As someone who is likable, as a company that is likable, as a company that can help people, right? As a company that can make people laugh every once in a while, right? Relatable, right? Content. Content is the fuel of the internet, and that's the first pillar of truth. The second pillar of truth, marketing is just as important as content, right? Marketing is just as important to content. There's a lot of people out there who are good at creating content, and they suck at marketing, right? They suck at marketing. I know people out there who create these fantastic products that just fly under the radar. And they fly under the radar because they put all this time into creating these awesome products and they didn't put enough time into the marketing. The marketing deserves your attention just as much as the product, right? If you put 15 days into the product creation, you better save 15 days for the marketing, at least, right? Because it's one thing to create a great thing, a great blog post, a great email, a great, product. It's another thing to get it in front of people, right? And that kind of takes us back to number one, work smart and work hard. Work hard on creating something awesome. Work smart when it comes to the marketing of it. You have to be clever to get it in front of people. It's not enough just to, create a blog post and just share it on Facebook. That's not enough, right? You have to be a little bit more dynamic. You have to be a little bit more thinking outside of the box than that, okay? I create a new blog post, you know what? I'll share it on Facebook, then I'll cut and paste it as a text post on Facebook. Then I'll create a YouTube video around the same topic, link back to the article, then I'll take that blog post, I'll send it out to my list as an email, right? So my content gets maximized and it has a different purpose in all those places, but the content is out there to my audience and it's getting maximized. It's serving me well in all those places, right? So that's just one example, but think outside the box with your content because your marketing is key and it's just as important as your content, okay? Those are the two pillars. If you ignore them, it's not going to work, man. Some people, not as many people, but some people are really good at marketing and they're not good at content creation, You'll see these cats with these amazing sales pages, and they're so good at pulling affiliates on board to push traffic for them and stuff like that. And then when you get inside and you see their products, it's like, what the hell is this, man? This sucks. And you gotta wonder, it's like, how the hell did all these people buy this rehashed bullcrap? Some clunky piece of software that don't even half work. It's nuts. But that's the thing. When that happens, they're really good at marketing. They're not good at creating good quality content, right? And they're ignoring that first pillar of truth, right? Content builds audience, and content's the fuel of the internet, right? Good content, man. Number one pillar of truth, right? So these two pillars of truth, you can't ignore them, okay? And then my last tip for you guys out there trying to make money online is money is a magic eye. And I'll explain to you guys what I mean by that. I'll tell you what that means. When I first started trying to make money online, I was trying to do like survey sites and, making a penny every time you click like 10 sites or something, all kinds of weird stuff I would try to make money online. And finally, I went on a path that worked for me, but what I found was I really didn't start making any money online until I stopped worrying about my bank account, because that's what I was worried about when I first started trying to make money online. I was worried about my bank account. How am I going to make this money? How am I going to make this money? How do I put money in my bank account? Me, right? Me, right? I'm trying to worry about me and mine. I'm not worried about you. I'm worried about me. And I saw potential customers and prospects like numbers, man. Just like numbers. Like, that's the people who I'm trying to get to click this buy button. Right? That's how I saw everybody. I was just trying to make that money, right? I was trying to fulfill the dream that I saw on sales pages, right? But what I found was I never made a dime online until I stopped worrying about my bank account and I started really legitimately trying to help other people. And sometimes that means just helping them for free and free content, right? Sometimes that just means helping them for free in a Facebook private message, right? Sometimes that just means helping them for free in a chat, right? That's what it means. And sometimes that's what it means. Now, sometimes you have to be like, yo, man, I don't have time to get into this right now. I got some things I got to take care of. But for the most part, you try to help people, right? And when I started worrying about just helping other people and not thinking about my bank account so much, money started flowing in. So I say money is like a magic eye. And what I mean by that is, those magic eye pictures, they used to be popular when I was a little younger. When you look into those magic eye pictures, they just look like a bunch of weird shapes and stuff, But then, if you can slightly go out of focus with your eyes and you don't quite look at them, now all of a sudden you'll see the hidden pictures. Now you'll start to see hidden pictures and all these weird patterns, right? It's a crazy thing. It's the damnedest thing. If you don't know what a magic eye is, look it up on the internet. Just Google it or something. But the point is, money almost becomes a side effect. Like, help people. Work on building your audience. Work on building a following. Work on putting out good content. The money will follow, okay? Now, one caveat I will say to that is make sure there's a path to money. make sure you have things in place to where you can make money. You'll get people ready to buy your stuff if you're helpful to them. But you got to make sure there's a path there for them. There's got to be some stuff you have for sale somewhere. So that's it. Money's a magic eye. And that's what's worked for me. And if you can just go out there and focus on just helping people, like legit helping people, man, not like these fake ass dudes I see on Facebook, trying to like stomp around like Godzilla on everybody's posts, trying to come in like Mr. Authority or something. It's clear that these people are not trying to help anyone. They are vying for authority, okay? But authority is grown, man. Authority is grown organically through legitimately just trying to help people, right? I have built a business on legitimately just trying to help people who are below me get up to my level, right? And that has worked very well for me. Now I have lots of people now who are my peers, who started out as my students, right? And that works. And it worked for me and it can work for you. So that's what I would say. Money's a magic eye. Focus on legitimately trying to help people. Just be there for people, man. Help them get up off the ground. Help them get lifted up. You only have to be 1 or 2 steps ahead of people. I'll tell you an easy way to help somebody is just to shout out to them, Share something that they did, Find someone who's a few steps below you and promote their blog, Shout out to their blog, man. I'm always looking for interesting blogs. There are people who I think are talented, but they're just not up yet. They're just getting started, but that doesn't mean they don't have talent. That doesn't mean they're not good. That just means they're not up yet. So I'm always looking for people to shout out to and promote, because today's guy that's below you is tomorrow's guy that's equal to you. Maybe next year that's the guy who's way above you, and all of a sudden he's lifting you up. That's how the world works. The universe in sweet irony, my friends. You never know when you're going to be the one down. You never know. You just never know, man. So I try to treat everybody with respect. A lot of times when you try to reach out to people who are above you, that's who a lot of people who get into this business try to reach out to. When you try to reach out to those guys, a lot of times there's a lot of elitism up there. When people start making money online, sometimes they get a little arrogant, And it's, you can't hate them for it because you got to be a little bit arrogant. You got to believe in yourself to make it in this business. And sometimes that breeds a little arrogance. You can't hate on anybody for having an ego, but it can be annoying sometimes when you're first starting out. But what I'll tell you is people who get ignored are the people who are just starting out. They're seen as customers. They're not seen as people who you want to help out, But you can network with people who are below you too. You can network with people who are on your level too. And you'll get far better results networking with those people. So that's just my opinion. I made a lot of friends doing it that way. And I made a good sustainable business doing it that way. So anyways, that's just thoughts from me. That's my advice. Those are my 3 tips, man. I hope they help you. Good luck in everything you do online. I'm at camjenningspro@gmail.com. If you have any questions for me, hit me up. Good luck out there this weekend. Be safe this weekend, man. Don't do anything crazy. Be safe. Keep it between the ditches. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.